Hi guys, so today we are here in our kitchen because we have a very fun video idea that was kind of a collaborative effort between Brennan and myself. Brennan, do you want to kind of tell them what we're doing today and why all these beer pong cups are behind us?
We're playing beer pong.
Oh, is that why all the beer pong cups are behind us? Wow.
Yeah, could you tell? We're gonna just play a game of beer pong while answering a bunch of like theme park questions that are maybe like a little bit more fun-spirited questions to answer. And then in the spirit of spirits, each cup is filled with a random like liquid from, you know, like some alcohols to maybe mixers to, I think you threw in like a random thing for me.
So we each have 5 similar drinks and then 1 random one for each other, and we will get into that right now. We're gonna play some beer pong.
Yeah.
With a twist. Okay, so it's just gonna be Brennan versus myself, and you can kind of get...
Farley in.
Yeah, Farley will be on my team, and then Calvin will be on your team. How about that? So you kind of got a glimpse there of some different sort of liquids, and then here's our little bowl here with a bunch of little theme park topics, which once we make a cup, once we throw one of these balls, we have our little water cups right here, and once we make a cup, we will go ahead and drink the beverage, and then whoever gets the ball in their cup, they're going to be answering one of these questions. So are you ready to go for it?
I'm ready.
All right. Oh.
Does that count?
Did it go in?
Yeah.
Yeah, it counts.
Oh my god. Okay, so I got, this is the Zing Zang Bloody Mary mix.
So it's just a Bloody Mary, but with no alcohol, right?
Yeah. Oh, that stuff's so good. It's like a good soup.
I think I did this backwards. I think I wanted you to have the camera while I shot because it's going to be very hard to shoot while we hold the camera, but we'll figure that out.
We'll figure it out. If you could ask Walt Disney one question, what would it be? I guess this is like assuming that he's just kind of like here and he's just like, what's been happening? I think I would just like take him to the parks and be like, all right, where do you want to go first? I'll tell you all about it. As lame as that sounds, but like you kind of want to see his first reaction to everything.
Well, so what's your question? Is it just
what do you want to do first?
What do you want to do first, or
Yeah.
what do you think of everything?
What do you want to do first?
Interesting.
Yeah.
You don't want to know his opinion of what he thinks of the current status of the parks?
I mean, I do, but this is assuming that I'm hanging out with him.
Okay.
No, this is my question, my answer.
I'm sorry. Nice. Okay, that looks... crap. That looks like tequila.
Yeah! Alright, so this will be fun, because Roy and tequila don't get they don't get along.
Nope, we do not. I do not care for tequila. It's not that much though, so that's good. Whoa! Oh, no. Oh, no. I'll drink any alcohol, but tequila, I struggle with. Unpopular theme park topic, SeaWorld. Okay, so I had to think about it for a little bit, but I absolutely know my unpopular SeaWorld opinion. I do not care for Sesame Street at SeaWorld.
What?
Yep.
This is something we've never talked about.
Nope, I do not care for it there. I think it's very well done, and it's adorable, and I think it's very immersive and fun for the kids, but I'm very bitter that it replaced Shamu's Happy Arbor over there at SeaWorld because I have so many memories there. It was so much fun. I love just the playgrounds that they have at the theme parks, and for that to be replaced by Sesame Street, it made me sad. Plus Sesame Street, it's not even like it's
not really...
SeaWorld is not known for their IPs and their brands, and SeaWorld was just, you know, it would be like dropping a McDonald's in the middle of like a national park or something. It just felt like it didn't belong.
Like having McDonald's at Disney?
Yeah, but I don't know, maybe they just need more of an IP presence than just Sesame Street, because right now it's just Sesame Street, so it just feels very, I don't know, secluded, I guess, as an experience. Again, I don't not like Sesame Street, I just don't like it there. So there's that. But that's my unpopular SeaWorld opinion. Come at me, internet.
Oh my gosh.
Yes!
Oh, what did they get in?
So what did fallen?
What it fall in?
What did it land in?
The pickle juice.
Pickle juice.
Yeah.
Just a shot of pickle juice.
Is this my unpopular opinion? I love pickle juice. Pickleback shots, love them. Pickle popsicles, made them, love them. Pickle.
This is weird.
Pickle martinis, I've made it. I call it pickle-tini.
Drink your pickle juice. So far you've had pickle juice and Bloody Mary mix.
Yeah.
So no alcohol so far.
Can I have this like cup full of Tums?
No.
Okay.
Cup full of Tums.
Yeah, I'm gonna have major indigestion. Worst meal at SeaWorld.
Wow, poor SeaWorld.
The worst meal, I didn't have to think about this honestly, I already knew.
Really?
The worst meal I had was I took a work trip to SeaWorld and they gave us these meal vouchers to go to the, I forget what it's called, the Voyage or something, the barbecue place that they have.
Mango Joe's?
No, it's the one near the tower.
The Sky Tower?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's that barbecue place in there.
Interesting.
And they gave us the platter of like ribs and potatoes and biscuits and stuff, and everything was just dry. Like, I tried to cut the ribs off the bone with like a fork and knife, but it like broke my fork. And I was like, this is not edible, I'm so sad. That's my worst meal at SeaWorld. Yes.
What? Okay. That looks like alcohol, I think.
Oh no.
I think one of these is whiskey and one of these is rum. Oh man. That is rum.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, I mean, I'm getting the complicated ones out of the way.
I know, I have to do them all at the same time.
Excuse me, Calvin. Drinking story, Universal. Do I have a drinking story from Universal?
Anything funny that involves drinks or any like funny moment or just like a fun story, anything memorable?
It's not really a drinking story, and just that it was kind of a communication hassle. So at Universal, we went with your parents once, and we went to the Hog's Head, which is one of our favorite bars to get drinks from, and Universal has a specific policy in that it's one ID per person. So somebody can't go and purchase a beer for everybody in their family. Every single person has to be present and show their IDs in order for beers to be purchased, sort of thing. So I think I went up to the counter, and I think your mom asked me to get a beer for your dad or something like that. And so I went up there, and the bartender was like, sorry, we need to be able to see everybody in the party and see their IDs. And then I had to text you to get your mom to get your dad's ID or something like that. And then they saw the ID, but they're like, no, we need to be able to see them in person. And then so they had to get you to get your mom to get your dad to come in to physically be there to get it. And it was just this this big communication thing where it was just your parents were trying to relax and hang out, and they just wanted the beer, and I wanted to just get them a beer, and I wanted to kind of help out and be that mediator in terms of, I'll wait in line, don't worry about it, you go relax. And then it just ended up being way more complicated and probably more inconvenient. Calvin, can you not? So I think that's my drinking story, even though it's not really a drinking story, but it involves alcohol.
Drinking panic attack.
Dang it! Oh no! This is gonna be fun.
What is it?
This is blueberry moonshine.
Woohoo!
So Brendan's parents went to Tennessee relatively recently, and they got some blueberry moonshine to bring back to us.
It's really good. It's good for that shipping moonshine.
Okay. Are you enjoying this, Calvin? He's having a great time.
He just sees the ping pong balls.
The hottest Disney prince / princess.
Yeah, answer both.
Answer both?
Yeah.
What? No, it's / not and. Gotta make sure I answer one that's of age.
Oh my god.
Probably, right?
Oh no, I didn't even think about that.
I mean, I'm gonna say Rapunzel, because she's 18. And it's reasonable to say that. But then also I think, I like her personality, it ties in with her Good looks.
We found a way to make an innocent question really inappropriate.
Probably.
And now I'm really nervous about mine.
Who's the hottest Disney prince? Calvin, no!
No, give me my
No.
question back.
Who is the hottest Disney prince?
Aladdin.
Yeah, he's pretty hot.
Is he of age?
I don't know. There we go.
Ooh, what is it?
Ooh.
Oh, it's the tequila.
Yes!
Oh no.
Feel the pain.
See, I actually like tequila.
So if you haven't been able to tell, I've pretty much only been putting in the successful shots because we've had a multitude of misses, but I do not want to bore you with all of that. Brennan did re-rack her cups, so she has 3 here, and now I have 3 over there, so we are keeping this pretty evenly distributed.
Drinking story, Disney.
Ooh, a Disney drinking story.
I want to tell the story of the Incredibles.
Okay.
Uh-oh, it was another work trip.
Another work trip. Why wasn't I here for any of these?
Because it was a work trip.
Oh. I missed out on all the fun, apparently.
Well, you know this one. It was the one where we all went out. It was just like a team bonding thing. So we were like drinking, having fun, and we spent a lot of time at Epcot to the point where we had too much to drink as a group, and then somehow ended up at Magic Kingdom at night, and we...
Somehow?
Disney transportation. And it was when they still had the Incredibles dance party, and for whatever reason we all were like needing to go dance with the Incredibles, and it was just this like weird moment where we were all just like really just feeling ourselves, dancing with the Incredibles. Like they felt like celebrities to us. We tried to get selfies with all of them, and then like after the fact we were like, oh my god, I can't believe we did that. We met the Incredibles, and it was just like this celebrity moment.
All right. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I got a re-rack over there as well. I'm doing a line.
Calvin, you're
And
not
then
in
Brennan's
college.
doing a triangle, like I said. And you got it into the pickle juice.
Yeah.
You want some pickle juice? He's like, nope.
What's your take on pickle juice?
What is my take on pickle juice?
Yeah.
I don't mind it. I prefer pickles to pickle juice, but I'll take a little pickle juice. I won't have an entire, like, jar of pickle juice. I'm not going to go on a pickle rant tangent like you did.
I just love them.
Oh, it is much better than all the alcohol I've had so far.
I find pickle juice to be very refreshing.
I know, you talked about it for like 2 minutes. Okay. Unpopular theme park topic, Disney.
Ooh.
Why am I getting all these? What are you doing here? Da, da, da. It's Farley. So I keep having to like pause and think about these questions because, I don't know, unpopular opinions are subjective, and I can't have an unpopular opinion that's just mine that nobody else is going to share. But I think my unpopular opinion is that I don't care for the overload of, well, I was going to say something else, but then it made me think of, I was going to say that I don't really care for the overload of IPs in the parks as of late. It's been all about Pandora and Avatar and Pixar, and I would like to see some more original material into the parks, but that kind of just led me to think of what my actual, probably very unpopular opinion is. I do not care for Star Wars at Disney.
Ooh.
Yes, especially at Disneyland. I do not think it belongs in that park at all.
Wow, wow, wow,
I think it ruins Disneyland to have it there. It's cool, it's neat, but man, do I not really care for it.
But man, do I not really care for it.
I don't know. And again, and when I'm there, when I'm doing it, when I'm riding these rides, and when I'm immersed in this world, I'm having an incredible time. But then when I remove myself, and it's just, what is Batu doing at Disneyland or Hollywood Studios? At least make it something more relatable to Star Wars, like Tatooine or Hoth, and have some more original characters instead of the trilogy characters. There's just this entire multi-layered opinion that I think I have about Star Wars at Disney that, again, I have to protect myself by saying I enjoy it and I have a good time, but I either wish it was somewhere else or that it was something a little bit different. I don't know. This is very unpopular and I hate myself right now by saying it out loud. Where are you going? Come back! Oh no! What is that? Is this the fireball? That is fireball. I only have 1 cup left, and you have 3. I'm embarrassing myself right now. Alright, give me a good one. Your biggest park guest pet peeve.
Ooh.
So what do I dislike about park guests? I think my biggest pet peeve are people that are not considerate of other people's time, which is kind of broad, and I think it can apply to multiple experiences, I suppose, that you could have at the theme parks, whether it's waiting for a parade and somebody shows up at the last second and they just get in front of you waiting for the fireworks, and then somebody shows up with their child on their shoulders right in front of you. People that don't cater to the fast pass time sensitivities and all of that. People that show up late or early for dining reservations and character meet and greet experiences and fast pass attractions. I don't know, that's just kind of the all-encompassing, just people that don't see the bigger picture at a theme park and have those considerations, which are different than those people that are aware of that and are at least considerate about it, I guess. Like the difference is people that are
you show up late
to the process, and then they're presumptuous and they're entitled about it.
You show up late to the fireworks, but you stand in the back and be
Yes.
considerate rather than
Yeah.
scoot your way through the crowd.
Yeah, just compared to people that like know that they're late and they're okay with consequences and delighted by, you know, accommodations like you were late, but we can let you in for your fast pass, and the parade just started, but there's a little room right next to me if you want to squeeze on in, you know, and oh, if you want to stand behind me with your kid on your shoulders, we can make that work, and they're okay with it, and then those people are awesome, I think. You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me.
Oh, Calvin.
You beat me?
Yeah.
And there it is. That is what Brennan had as our very, very first cup, which is the Bloody Mary juice.
Oh, I'm gonna here.
You know what? Comparatively, that is delightful to everything else that I've had. We still have a lot of questions here.
Yeah.
Unpopular theme park topic, Universal.
Do you want to just pick another one just for the sake of
No,
like...
apparently the world wants me to say what I hate about all of the theme parks.
Do this one.
No, I want to answer that one. So again, the unpopular opinions are kind of hard because immediately my go-to is that Universal needs to make less 3D screen rides, and then that they need to ditch Virtual Line completely because I do not care for either of those at all, but I think a lot of people have those opinions. I think my unpopular opinion is Harry Potter. I think a lot of people are done with Harry Potter. I think that people think that Universal overdid the Harry Potter influence in the parks. And I disagree with that. I like it a lot. I wish that they did more, honestly. Maybe not like a lot more. I don't want it to become like completely oversaturated with Harry Potter. But I don't think it was a mistake at all because Harry Potter brings people to Universal like more than anything. Without a doubt. To this day, people come for Harry Potter and then they do other activities at Universal and at Islands.
You have so many big picture hot takes.
That's the unpopular opinions. I sound so negative because I'm the only one that's gotten all those.
Well, I think...
But I'm so sad.
I think what we can do...
I love the theme parks and I love every aspect about them, but I had to choose an unpopular opinion and I'm sorry.
You're getting passionate.
I'm passionate.
I think what we can do is, so I can finish the drinks that I still have, and then the cereal that Roy gave me for whatever reason.
I gave her Fruity Pebbles.
We can answer the rest of the questions.
Do you want to do like just like rapid fire answering all the questions that we have left?
Yeah.
So Brendan is eating her cereal right now, her Fruity Pebbles. So we're just gonna go back and forth, I think, and just gonna try to do a rapid fire answering of just all the questions we have left. So you want to go first? What did you have left? You had all the alcohol pretty much that you had left, right?
This is the rum and this is the Fireball. Okay. Worst meal at Disney. It was at Cosmic Rays. Sorry if you like Cosmic Rays. But we just had this burger. It was the thing that you had where you had the bean.
The plant-based.
The plant-based bean burger, and then
No, it wasn't a bean burger. It was a plant-based sloppy Joe.
That's what it was. That was pretty rough.
It was rough.
But it was at Cosmic Rays, and I think I ordered just a regular bacon cheeseburger, but the patty was almost just like a piece of styrofoam, and then the bacon was just so thin and non-existent that it might as well not have been there.
I like Cosmic Rays. I think it's fine. I think most people at a theme park want to just go and get some food and then leave and go ride rides. I don't think a lot of people...
This is not me saying that I hate Cosmic Rays. I'm just talking about that one day, that one burger, because their event stuff that they make, like remember the Lotso burger with like the strawberry jam or whatever?
That was awesome.
I loved that. That was so good. And then when they made the Incredibles, the string cheese or the mozzarella stick burger, I want you to bring that back. It was so good. But that one burger, it was
I don't think a lot of people care about the Cosmic Rays quality. Worst meal at Universal. What was my worst meal at Universal? I don't know. I have a lot of
I feel like you had
decent meals at Universal.
I feel like you had a really terrible like clogger experience.
No, I love the cloggers, honestly. It's the post experience, which I'm not encapsulating into that experience. I think what it is...
The clogger is not what it does.
Is that you and I, we stayed at a resort on property. I think it was probably Sapphire Falls. We stayed there a lot. And I got us the character buffet at the cafe across from the horror makeup show. What is that called?
Cafe La Bamba.
Cafe La Bamba. And I wasn't disappointed, but at the same time I was very confused, I suppose, because when I called to set up that reservation through Universal, even the Universal representative at the time seemed confused what I was asking about, and I had to kind of like talk her through what I wanted, and then she had to sort of figure out what I was talking about, even though I was asking for the character experience breakfast buffet at Universal. She almost had like we have one of those kind of vibes, I suppose, which was just a little bit off-putting. And then when we actually went to go do it,
It's probably on her.
Maybe, but it was not very busy or popular. The characters were a lot of fun. Gru was amazing.
I had the best interaction with Gru there though. The meal, like, cause this was about the meal, like, but the character interactions there, I think remember I danced with Squidward?
Yeah.
Like, I thought it was gonna be one of those really quick character dances where the character is just like, wanna dance? And then you just kind of like, he twirls you and then you like take a picture and they leave. Like, no, Squidward was like, no, we're gonna dance. And we danced like awkwardly for like a few minutes.
I think just what it was, the characters were a lot of fun. It was just that hesitant setup, I suppose, that went into it, that it just didn't seem popular. It didn't really seem like it was a proud offering by Universal comparatively to something like Crystal Palace over at Magic Kingdom, which is always very busy. The characters are so much fun. It's just it's a very exciting environment to be around, and this one was just very lackluster, I suppose. And I just wanted it to be more exciting, honestly. We have a few more. This isn't much of a lightning round. We've just been kind of ranting about all this.
Ride you never got to ride but wish you had. Jaws.
Jaws? You never got to ride Jaws?
There's probably so many people who either rolled their eyes or their jaws dropped, no pun intended. I went to Universal a lot growing up, and as a kid that was never a ride that I wanted to go on. Like, it was very in your face what the ride was about, and just the concept of that shark, like, no thank you. So I never got to go on Jaws, and then right around when it was starting to end, I think that was when I was more in my like teen Disney phase, where as like a teenager with friends and family I was going to Disney more, and I kind of like neglected Universal, and so, you know, Jaws just like went away, and then I missed my chance. So the only Jaws experience I've ever had was on the Studio Tram Tour in Universal Hollywood.
Mm-hmm. It
And
still exists in Japan, so you could still technically do it at some point. Maybe.
I know. So I do regret that, like a lot.
I've gotten to do like all the Universal rides and
Yeah.
I think Disney rides for the most part, or their Disneyland counterparts. So I feel very fortunate. Okay.
It's been nice having Fruity Pebbles as like a chaser.
Crazy guest story, Universal. I don't really have like a specific memory, and I know for most of these questions I'm gonna think of a much better answer after we're done with this video.
Mm-hmm.
Without a doubt. I think I remember I don't even know how many years ago, there was like one experience where I think I was in like the regular line for Escape from Gringotts, and the single rider line had closed, and somebody like tried to, it was either I was in the single rider line and somebody tried to jump into the regular line, or vice versa, something like that, where somebody tried to do something and then it did not work out for them. Like the team member like caught them and they sent them back, and yeah, I think it was I was in the single rider line, and I think a family tried to get from the single rider line into the regular line, and then they got sent right back into the single rider line. And luckily, the people that were in the single rider line let them back in, whereas they could have been like, "Sorry, you tried to leave, you tried to peace out on us, so back of the line, bub." But they let them back in. But I don't know, not a very crazy guest experience that I didn't even deal with myself.
Crazy guest story, Disney.
Ooh.
I kind of have two that I want to share, because one is the one that involved me, and then one is the one that involved us.
Mm-hmm.
So the one that involved me was the time in Disneyland that a lady used my head as a tripod during the parade. It was our first trip to Disneyland. We were all sitting down at like the front of the parade for Paint the Night, and it was our first time seeing Paint the Night. And
we were like in the hub area in front of the castle. And
this lady had her giant iPad, and when she was filming the iPad, like she was sitting behind me, and she was like trying to film over my head, and then she would just rest her hands on my head like this with her iPad, and I was like, this is not happening. And I would like look over at Roy with like the iPad on, and I'm like,
I don't think she spoke English too.
But she was like straight up resting her entire like hands and iPad on my head, and I was like, is this happening? It happened like 3 times, and then she was getting like really defensive about it, because I would like turn around and be like, what are you doing? Get off my head. And so it got to the point where every time she would like rest her iPad on my head, I would just kind of like dip down and just kind of whoop, until like it would knock her
Passive
iPad away.
aggressive.
It was just so rude. It was like past the point of passive aggressive. And then the second story I have is the lady, are you crazy? Like the ECV guy.
Oh yeah, Epcot?
Yeah.
I was gonna be like, are you gonna go into it? Or?
I'm trying to remember how that's set up, because it was like,
We were just walking with a friend at Epcot, and I'm gonna hijack your story.
please.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. We were walking, and then all of a sudden we just heard this commotion in front of us, and we looked up to see that somebody in an ECV had run over this gentleman walking, and just like ran up the back of his leg, and then he was just like, "Lady, are you crazy?" And then he turned around and saw who it was, and he was like, "Oh, you again!" And it was just...
It was like this moment where it's like, this has happened to them before.
Yeah, it was like, what happened before?
And then she was just like, are you okay? And he just goes, no, I'm not okay. And then he just is so mad.
It just opens so many
We like
questions.
thought about these people
Yeah.
the rest of the day. We were like, where did they meet before? Did she run up his ankles with her ECV to this guy again? Like he clearly knew who she was.
All right, we have one more question.
That's one of those things that we still quote to this day.
This video is gonna be long. Best bathroom at the parks. Ending on a high one. The best bathroom at the parks. So I wrote that one, and I know exactly what the best bathroom is, and I'm about to out it to everybody.
Uh-oh.
But I'm not sad about it. It is on Tom Sawyer Island. If you go into Fort Langhorne at Tom Sawyer Island, and you go into those bathrooms there, they are beautiful. They are amazing. Nobody knows that they're there because they're sort of tucked away in the fort on Tom Sawyer Island. So you have to take a raft to Tom Sawyer Island. You have to make it all the way over to the second island. You have to go into Fort Langhorne, and then you have to need to use the bathroom on that specific island. And everybody's usually running around, running through the tunnels, checking out the animatronics, firing the guns at Big Thunder Mountain, and they don't think about a bathroom there. And because of that fact, because nobody uses it, that is the best bathroom, because nobody knows that it's there.
To that point, I have used the female version of that bathroom, and it was flooded.
Well,
the best theme park bathrooms to me are the ones in the Lost Continent at Islands of Adventure.
okay.
Right next to the health services of Islands, which is super hidden. No one knows where it is.
It's by the fountain there?
By the fountain.
Okay.
The enchanted fountain. Those ones, every time I go in it, it never smells. It's always clean. They're one of the very like long, narrow bathrooms.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like there's never any flooding. There's always amenities. The smell is always a big thing for me. Never secret bathroom.
How about that? So you got a Disney and a Universal bathroom there.
Yep.
So I think that is going to conclude our game today. That was a lot of fun. Definitely not something that we do regularly at all, but it was, again, a very interesting idea. That was sort of a collaboration from Brennan and myself. I wanted to do some sort of like a trivia, pull it out of a hat kind of a game, answer some questions, and then she's been wanting to do some sort of like a beer pong, but with a twist sort of a game. So
yeah, well, we were just
we made it work out.
We were gonna like play beer pong by ourselves, and I was like, oh, let's answer questions, because you've been wanting to do that. And then we were both just like, oh, video.
They were different kinds of questions for sure. Not the most positive questions, but just some fun ones and some probably pretty appropriate ones to play while you're playing beer pong.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It was fun. I had a super good time. Thank you so much. This is my new look now. But I don't know. I'm glad that we got to do this, and we can explore and create these kinds of games right now during this time. So hopefully we can do something like this again at some point in the future. Hope you had a good time. Hope you don't judge me too much on my opinions. Take them with a grain of salt. We have an incredible time at the parks, and we love them probably more than most things. So
Please come back to us.
I know. But we'll see you soon. Have a good day. Thanks for hanging out with us, and goodbye.
Bye.